Everyone, welcome back to Evony with Genghis. So as we await the Stormy Ruins opening tonight, I get a lot of questions about Chalon's rankings, how Evony makes the matchups. I want to help you with this. This might be more for early servers, people in their first Chalons, or maybe some people who it's their first time being in a stronger alliance. Maybe they got a merge, they merged on server, and they're not sure how it's working out. Because I get very similar questions from people, and they mostly go like this. Hey, we won our first matchup, and we were ranked 57, and now we're playing someone who's ranked 54 in round 2. How is that fair? Why did that happen? So, first of all, let's look at the charts in here. And this is C2, Major League, 64, right? Because we know in the matchups, you get one team from the top 64, one team from 65 to 128, one team from 129 to, I think it's 192, and then 193 to 256. However, this is not the top 64. So if you win your first matchup, but you did not qualify in the top 64, it does not matter. The rankings do not change. They do not recalculate the matchups every week for the first 4 rounds. All that matters is this. So this is not the top 64 because this is a new season. But last season in Battle of Constantinople, BOC, whoever the top 64 were, they are locked in. Okay? They are locked in for the first 4 rounds. My alliance finished 151 in qualifying. So we are locked in as the 3 seed for 4 rounds. We will be a glorious point pinata, a 600 billion power 3 seed, a dream matchup for any top 64 team. That's how it goes. Okay, so that's how the Chalon's rankings and matchups are done for the first 4 rounds. It is completely random. You could get the top ranked team in 64, 1 to 64, and you could get them against the 65th place team. That's it. There's no other way to it. It's random. There used to be some sort of theory that I believed, which was like 1 will play 128 and whatever, something like that. But it seems like that was just random. It really seems like everything is random. 64 does not play 65. One team from the top 25%, one team from the next 25%, the next 25, the next 25. Then when we get into round 5, that's where they reseed. Okay? So now there's only 64 teams left. Each matchup will have one team from the top 16, one team from 17 to 32, one team from 33 to 48, I think that is, and then 49 to 64. So it's so important to get into the top 16. Okay, so that's why people are running up the score. You might wonder why. You might see this, okay? You might see in round 1, whoa, why isn't the first place team taking the mine buffs? Are they on hospital and Chalons? I forget. They're letting us get the heal? Yeah, because they want to hit you more and get more points. That's why. And it's not necessarily because they want to be a top 16 team, so they get a good matchup, so that they get to face a 17 to 32 and be the top seed. Because for most teams, like, let's say you're the 12th ranked team, you're probably pretty equal to the 25th ranked team. So it doesn't matter if you're ranked 25 or 12, except you want to avoid the teams at the top. So finishing, let's just say finishing 2 through 16 on C2 is super important because you get to avoid Vidge in the next round. That's all that matters. It really doesn't matter. Anyone else is going to face. Same on C1. You want to avoid facing the top 2 teams, right? You don't want to face NEF or RSP. That's pretty much how that goes. And wow, look at ANG. 5th, led by Capone. Wow, they moved up to C1 this year. So nice to see a new face on there. I didn't know that any top alliance moved up to get on to C1. But hey, that's some good news for C2 teams who are close to moving up, right? World is your oyster in C1. So same thing on C3, 4, 5, all the same. That's how it goes. And then in round 5, it's win or go home. So you advance to the next, you advance no matter what, but you don't advance with a possibility to make the finals. So there's a loser bowl after that. All the second place teams will play each other, all the third place, all the fourth place, like that. So anyways, let me know any other questions you have about that. But that's the most common question I get about Chalons. Why isn't it reseeding? This doesn't make sense. We worked so hard in the first round and won, and now we have to face a top team again? That's not fair. Evony's screwing us over. Nope, that's how it is designed. You should have worked harder in qualifying. Like, subscribe, leave a comment.